UK in Queen's Platinum Jubilee 2022. Hello and a very warm welcome to the new version of Kate Middleton and the Queen News Channel. Happy New Year and all the best to my friends. What I'm hearing is that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have flip-flopped and now want to come back to the UK in order to attend the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. And they want to join the royal family on the Buckingham Palace balcony. Are you serious? I cannot actually believe these two. They really believe they can say what they want and write what they want, slandering their family, and then waltz back onto the balcony with everyone else like nothing happened. I've been saying since forever that these two must have some serious mental illness underlying their bizarre behavior. They're pathological liars, for one thing, lying about anything and everything, but especially rewriting their personal histories to fit this new narrative. It's not hard to check their lies against the facts. It's all a matter of historical records. Harry's the worst offender here. He seems to have lost touch with the truth of his own past, even though we were all there. You can't openly lie about something that everyone actually witnessed for themselves. Here's what I don't get. They said, in their own words, that they wanted to step down from the royal family, live a life quiet away from the press, so why should they be receiving any honors or attention at this point? Isn't that contrary to their own stated wishes? They have publicly and openly made damning statements against the Queen, Harry's father, his brother, his sister-in-law, and even worse, the institution of the monarchy itself. Plus, they've talked so much trash about the UK generally and even the US. What exactly do they even approve of at this point? They left their jobs and their family to escape to California with the exception, apparently, that they'd retain their titles and honors, as well as the ability to use those titles and appointments to their personal benefit, marketing them as though it was part of some kind of personal brand. But what they are going to sacrifice in order to do this? Absolutely nothing, apparently. If they think they're going to be allowed on that balcony with the rest of the family, I hope they've got a rude awakening when things go down, as I think they will. I'll bet they'll be forced to the back of the balcony, surrounded by the no-name junior royals that no one cares about. Hopefully they're obscured from view of cameras by the Earl and Countess of Wessex, who had to fill in for the two when they pieced out of their obligations. They're just looking for another photo op here, because, watch, their vanity projects have almost completely petered out at this point. They clearly have no inherent talent, and they've not been marketing themselves or their projects effectively. They have a negative reputation at this point. Even their tell-all book bombed, and that Oprah interview backfired on them. Now we all know who they really are. You've got to wonder if the royal family would prefer Harry be there by himself rather than bringing his entire family with him. I imagine they'd rather he left the baggage in California after everything they've been put through. And what would the UK public do if they actually showed up on that balcony? The loyal subjects of the Queen will be there to celebrate her, and any view of the ex-royals will likely cause some anger. They feel betrayed, or at the very least that the monarchy has been betrayed. If Harry truly wants to honor the Queen and celebrate her Jubilee, then he should do what any other common subject would do, join on the street, or stay home and watch it on TV. He's done nothing to deserve a spot on the balcony. He belongs nowhere near the royal entourage. And I thought Meghan would want nothing to do with the UK. So why go back on that very clearly stated desire and try to show up? No reason but the narcissistic desire to be seen in the spotlight again. No balcony appearance, no carriage rides, etc. No public appearances. If he genuinely wants to celebrate with the Queen, he would be happy to stay in the background. But I believe the Montecito duo only want to be part of the public celebrations so that they can maintain their links to the British royal family. If they were living on a low income in the UK, they would be veering into antisocial behavior by now, leading to intimidation and criminal activities. My question is why she and Harry would be there when he has done nothing but throw shit at the royal family for most of the year, including while his grandfather was dying. He has made it clear how toxic they were and all the genetic pain he'd received. He doesn't want to be royal. He never wanted to be a prince, apparently. The Queen told them in or out, and they chose out. Well, that out means you miss out on all the pomp and ceremonies, too. His cousins never chose to leave the family. They have private jobs and may or may not use prince or princess titles, but they are family and spend time as a family. Why would Harry and Meghan want to go and spend time with such toxic people who have hurt them so much? No, they should not go. They just want to be seen. No one wants them there, especially Meghan Markle. And then he'll cause a stir about not being able to wear his uniform, which carriage he'll ride in. Wonder if he'd be happy in his own dog cart at the very end of the parade. Will he be listed in a program or left out? Putting him in with the public is probably not an acceptable answer, since the public is not happy with him either. Better stay home, unless you want more of the icy treatment you received at Prince Philip's funeral. They only want to come back for the photos they can sell. She despises the royal family, so why would she ever want to be in their beggar's belief? And he may miss his family, but his lies and vitriol have now estranged him from the family he once loved dearly. Neither one should be there. It's the Queen's celebration. The day is not about Prince Harry, who stepped away from royal duties. And if he had any decency, he would stay out of the spotlight and not ruin the day of this great lady who had dedicated her life to service. The family should not have to make that decision. It's about time this spoiled brat of a prince took some responsibility for his actions. Harry needs to understand, if he does not already, what the consequences are of his voluntarily stepping back aside from the duties incumbent upon a senior member of the royal family. As the Queen endeavored to make clear from the start that while Harry and Meghan will always remain loved members of her family and their choice respected, there is a clear distinction between the firm and the family. Surely, for the sake of his mental health, it's best for him to never set foot in London again, as apparently London is a trigger for him. Also, I would expect there to be lots of horses taking part in the celebrations, yet another trigger, apparently. So best for them both to watch it on TV at home in La La Land. There, they can do an interview with Oprah about how the Queen having a Jubilee is yet another example of racism and bullying directed at them. And Meghan Markle, perhaps she can explain to us about the snapbacks, the racial accusations, and expecting the royals to stop all her negative press in a tell-all interview while Prince Philip was dying in the hospital. She told Harry he's been trapped his whole life, and he has the audacity to say Charles and William are trapped, and he has compassion for them. If he didn't know he was trapped, did she also tell him the future kings are trapped as well? It's private and not for them to say. And I don't believe she's very popular anywhere else in the US either. And her desire to become president is ridiculous. Her mental health issues, her claim, I'm not making that up, doesn't seem like a very good match for that position. It would be way too much for her delicate mental health. They should both scale way back in their attacks and not go to the UK. For all of their supposed wishes for a private life, they sure have a unique way of being private. Following the interview, there's Harry's back-to-back attack about how he hated his entire life since his 20s. His family is toxic, the royal family didn't stop the press, and the job killed his mother. She didn't wear a seatbelt. All this nonsense while the 95-year-old Queen's husband just passed away. And then they decided to use the special name that was on Prince Philip's coffin without the Queen's permission. If I did that, my family would have disowned me. What kind of people do this to an elderly woman? I'm sure there's a balcony or two, Chez Montecito. Go stand on that and whistle the national anthem. Do it the day before and release pap shots to coincidence with the coverage of the real thing. Again, these two are the most poisonous, arrogant, selfish, sneaky, immature people. Cut them off of everything and more, and stop being fooled by being warm and open. They consider that weakness and don't care about others at all. They are in for a very long overdue rude awakening. Leaving someone this way is the most loving thing for oneself and others, whether they change or not. Not easy, however. I hope for the family's own happiness, no need to suffer and be martyrs to their evil ways. My news today has ended. What do you think about them? Please tell me your opinion below in the comment section, and we also talk about the Sussex couple. Don't be afraid to click subscribe button to not miss any new videos from Kate Middleton and the Queen News team. Now, thank you for watching again. Happy New Year and wishing every good for you.